This is a presentation of the Comfort Lake Forest Lake Watershed District's proposed staff work plan for the year 2026. The staff work plan serves multiple purposes. It provides the Board of Managers and district citizens with a summary of proposed work for the upcoming year. Every year, the district develops its annual budget, which aligns with the goals and priorities from the 10-year watershed management plan. The staff work plan is reflective of those goals and priorities, as well as the available funding indicated in the annual budget. All staff members annually review their job descriptions, and all staff members annually review the work plan to ensure there's alignment between the two. The work plan may be updated throughout the coming year as necessary to adapt to the changing conditions, such as shifting priorities, funding availability, and grant awards, or project timelines, which can be affected by a variety of factors. The work plan is organized into 6 main sections. At the top, the plan provides a list of staff members for the year 2026 and shows how the expected workload capacity compares to the workload analysis study that the district completed in 2020. The bulk of the work plan is composed of a narrative describing proposed work and applicable staff members working on each activity. This is organized by the structure of the watershed management plan. The work plan provides a pie chart for each staff member, which shows a high-level overview of the anticipated work areas for each individual. The work plan will include the staff organizational structure. And finally, the appendix provides a table of estimated work hours for each staff person by month. These are general estimates based on the workload analysis, actual timesheet data, and anticipated needs. The work plan is meant to provide a picture of what the district anticipates working on. These hours are subject to change based on actual demand and other variables. The district now has 11 full-time permanent employees on staff as listed here. Additionally, the district will serve as a host site for the Pollution Control Agency's Conservation Corps Individual Placement Program from mid-April to mid-October 2026, which provides for an additional 0.5 full-time equivalent or FTE. This aligns with the future scenario that the 2020 workload analysis called for. That is, in order to achieve the goals and objectives identified during that analysis, it was estimated that the district would need 11.5 FTE on staff to carry out that work. The district has been building its staff up over the years, starting from 1 FTE at the start of 2014 to now 11.5 FTE by 2026. The district utilizes the implementation plan structure from the watershed management plan in almost all of its organizational work, from the annual budget to the staff work plan, timesheets, file organization, etc. This allows the district to easily tie its work back to the watershed management plan and have the watershed management plan serve as a key to find relevant information. Some highlights from the 2026 work plan include achieving the full 11.5 FTE future scenario called for in the workload analysis study, bringing more work in-house to be completed by district staff. This is estimated to result in cost savings for the district. Some examples include having staff take a larger role in the management of the district's financial accounting software and drafting the monthly treasurer's report for accountants to review, utilizing staff to manage human resources, requiring less work from the district's third-party HR consultant. Additionally, the district is embarking on a rule effectiveness review and rule revisions process, which the watershed management plan calls for to occur once every 10 years or more often as needed. District staff can manage the processes and procedures required by statute, such as public hearings, comment periods, publishing, etc. District staff can also perform much of the technical rule review in writing, which will be supported by the district engineer, Emmons and Olivier Resources, or EOR. Similarly, staff have been taking on more of the permit review process for stormwater management permits and erosion and sediment control permits. Staff can provide a lot of the upfront review and report preparation, then to be finalized by EOR. The 2026 monitoring budget provides for equipment and lab analysis costs, and it relies heavily on district staff and volunteers to collect the data, as opposed to hiring consultants to collect the data. The district has expanded its in-house efforts in the education and outreach program, especially with the Community Education Program, which is a finalist for the Minnesota Watersheds Program of the Year award this year. Project operations and maintenance is becoming a larger priority with every new water quality project the district implements. District staff manage this program and perform regular inspections, and the district receives technical support from EOR when necessary. Finally, in the Aquatic Invasive Species Program, or AIS program, district staff are working on performing more plant surveys and invasive plant management work in-house. Some specialized work will still be contracted out, such as plant surveys on larger lakes by Blue Water Science and chemical herbicide applications by licensed contractors. An increasing priority for the district will be the strategic use of grant funding. The district has several active grants ongoing and several more applications in progress and planned. Many grant programs have a local match requirement, which is often around 10% of the grant amount. District staff in-kind time can be often used to satisfy the match requirement, meaning that other expenses, such as consultants, contractors, and materials, are all covered by the grant. This requires the district to align project timelines with the grant timelines. For example, we cannot begin work on a project until the grant is awarded and the grant agreement is executed. This puts more restrictions on the district's work compared to utilizing local funding. When we rely on grants to fund our work, we are subject to the timeline of that grant, and therefore initiatives may progress more slowly than they would if the district funded everything with levy dollars. While this creates more restrictions for our work, funding projects and programs through grants helps ease the tax burden on local residents. Over the last 5 years, the district has averaged almost $1 in grant awards for every $1 of taxes levied. This year alone, we estimate that the district will submit grant applications totaling $7.9 million. If awarded, grant projects and associated revenues would span between 1 to 6 years. The district has an ambitious grant-seeking plan in place to continue to bring in outside revenues to fund the district's work. Thank you for taking the time to watch this presentation. The district has accomplished a lot over its 26 years since establishment, with the help of numerous partners. While we look forward to achieving our water quality goals with the delisting of Bone Lake in 2024, planned delisting of Comfort Lake in 2026, and additional impaired lake delistings in the coming years, we recognize there is still much work to be done. Looking into the future, it will be imperative to maintain the water quality improvements we've achieved and build resiliency in our watershed to protect against the threat of climate change. District staff are all excited to continue working toward the district's mission of protecting and enhancing local ecosystems and natural water resources.